The surprise resignation of House Speaker John Boehner could have a major impact on California. That's because the next person to take the job could be a Bakersfield congressman. At stake, the powerful farming interests in the Central Valley that have been fighting for water in this drought. Analysts say the federal government could step in, especially when it comes at the request of the most powerful Republican in the nation. CBS 2 political reporter Dave Bryan has more on the political bombshell.
I decided, today's the day I'm going to do this. As simple as that.
In the middle of his third term as Speaker of the House, Congressman John Boehner, under attack from the more conservative Tea Party and evangelical wing of that party, announced he was throwing in the towel to head off an expected GOP mutiny against him.
He basically fell on his sword, to keep the government open and to get a bunch of other things done.
Party activists in that more conservative wing of the party cheered Boehner's departure as a victory.
Just a few minutes ago, Speaker Boehner announced that he will be resigning.
But some Democrats who felt they could at least work with Boehner on some issues where there was common ground had a different reaction.
It's seismic for the House.
Boehner says his strength is that he works with members of Congress from both sides of the aisle to get things done. And he points to a phone call this week from Congresswoman Maxine Waters, an outspoken liberal Democrat from Southern California, who politically speaking has little in common with Boehner. She called to praise him for inviting the Pope to address Congress.
And she said, I've watched you for 25 years here. We came here together and watched your career. And watched you today. And she says, I just want to tell you something. I'm really proud of you.
He had the Pope here, and I told him that I knew this was something that he had wanted to happen, and it had happened. He had lived to create this historical moment of having the Pope address this joint session, and that I was proud of him. When I did it, I knew that if a lot of people knew that I was talking to him or that we had a relationship, they would be surprised.
Boehner announced his decision to quit less than 24 hours after a day on which he appeared to be overcome by emotion during the visit of Pope Francis, leading to speculation that he may have already known what he was going to do.
I'll make one promise.
Now, all eyes are on Bakersfield, California Republican Congressman Kevin McCarthy. He's expected to become the next speaker. And some Republicans believe he will get along with both wings of the party better than Boehner did.
Now, Congressman McCarthy had nothing to say yesterday about the prospect of being the next House Speaker. He brushed off reporters declaring he would make an announcement when there's something to announce. The New York Times reports if he does take over leadership of the House, McCarthy would be the least experienced speaker since the late 19th century. He's been a congressman for less than 9 years.